What's up, everybody? This is Rob. I want to provide a book review of a book I read just a couple months ago. Chop Wood, Carry Water by Joshua Medcalf. Quick summary on the book. It's about a kid named Joshua where he's been fascinated with samurai culture since he was a little kid. Him and his brother have been very fascinated, but his brother has special needs, and so his brother can't really do anything, but he wants to make sure he makes his dream come true for him and for his brother. So he's always wanted to be an archer, and so he goes to Japan, to a specific island, just to learn about archery, and he's going to be there for 10 years. And real simple, this book is about mastering the basics. It's learning about falling in love with the process, learning to follow the process, don't skip it, be coachable, master the basics. Once you can get the basics down, move forward to step 2. Reason why it's called Chop Wood, Carry Water is because for the first few months, this guy doesn't even strike a bow, and he's not even a professional bow. Once he does, he starts with like a basic wooden bow, like not even real arrows, like the little basic ones, small distance to bigger distance, over bigger distance, and it takes time to get there. So this kid is always just pissed, like in the book. He's like, yo, master, when can I learn to shoot bows? And this is like, no, you're not ready yet. You gotta chop wood and carry water. And this kid had to do this day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. Chop wood, carry water, chop wood, carry water, chop wood, carry water. Eventually he started getting stronger. Then he started to learn how to, hit a target from 20 feet, and then 50 feet, and 100 feet, and then 100 yards, and so on and so forth. And it took a process in order to get there. The point, and Joshua wrote this in very plain, second grade language. I think this is a great book for a 4th grade class, and a 6th grade class, and then a 10th grade class, because it's so simple to read, and his entire motive here is to teach you that greatness, to get great, is hard. It's not easy. What most people want, you want the result of the greatness, but you don't want the process of the greatness. So he uses people throughout the book like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Tiger Woods, all these people. He's like, okay, he asks, okay, how hard do you think Michael practiced? Every freaking day he worked his butt off. It's like, okay, but do you think he was able to do some of the crossovers he's done immediately? It's like, no. Okay, do you think he was able to shoot the way he does immediately? No. It's like, he was cut from a high school team. So don't you think you have to work at it? It's like, yes. Okay, that's why you have to chop wood, carry water, because you're not ready. And when every single time, because he'll always disobey his master, he get injured, or then he couldn't practice more the next day. He messed up his shoulder. It took him more time because of that. Even the master said, you gotta practice 4 hours a day. He tried to practice 8, and then he messed up his shoulder, and that's gonna take him longer. It's like, and the master told him, hey, well, you practice 8 hours, it's gonna take you 20 years versus 10 years. And then even when you're not practicing, what's more important than practice is your recovery. You have to be willing to recover. It means if you're gonna go work 8, 10, 12 hours days in your dream, you need a day you can relax, chill, vibe, and refresh. You got to refresh yourself, because you need a day for your body to relax, your mind, and then get back into that state of focus. So I have some stuff here that I wrote down and related to what the book says. That way I don't forget what I wanted to mention to you guys. So the very summary is focus on the basics, then master the basics, and move forward to step 2, step 3, step 4. Everyone wants to be great until it's time to do what greatness requires. Meaning everyone wants the result, but no one wants to do what it takes. That's why only such a few amount of people, a very minute amount of people, are actually great. And everyone else is just not great. 4 steps. Dream big, start small, be ridiculously faithful. It means Believe in the process. Be coachable. Do you have a coach? Believe in what he tells you. Have faith. It's going to happen. And focus on what you can control. Even if you couldn't control even partially of it, don't even worry about it. Focus on what you can control completely 100% in your hands. Meaning, if you can control the time you wake up and go to bed, that's what you can control. If you control taking a shower, brushing your teeth, the amount of work you do, the amount of time you spend on your phone, on social media, all this stuff, those are the things that you can control. Control that. Don't focus on anything else. Control what you can completely 100% unanimously control. Fall in love with the process, not the results. Fall in love with the process, not the results. And especially in today's world, everyone wants instant gratification. So fall in love with it. You're building your own house, meaning how do you want your house to look like? Do you want a 5 bedrooms, 7 baths? You want a tennis court, a hot tub, an infinity pool? Do you want a full court, basketball court, a half court? Do you want 3 floors, 4 floors? Do you want 1 floor? Do you want half a floor? When you're building your own house, understand it takes time. You have to be patient. You need to have a plan of action. You got to understand that because it takes time means you have to be able to see it in your mind first. And when you see it in your mind first, then you can start doing it. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure it was Michelangelo. He was staring at this large block of marble, huge block of marble, and some guy knew exactly who he was. I don't think it was Michelangelo, but it could be. I don't know. If you guys know who it is, please correct me. I'm just doing this video on whim right now. A guy comes up to him and he's like, "Hey, what are you saying the block for? Like, you haven't done anything to it." He's like, No. The guy's in there. I'm just I'm carving out to see how he wants me to make him. He's picturing this marble exactly the way he wants to make the figurine. And then he makes it after. After he thinks it, he does it. And that's how it works. So you got to build your own house, like see it to believe it, and then work towards it. Michael Jordan believed he was the greatest in the very beginning. So did Tiger Woods, Michael Phelps, Tom Brady, LeBron James. They believed it, and they fell in love with the process to become great, and they worked at it day in, day out. They eat, slept, breathed the process, and that's why they are where they are. That's why you gotta chop wood, carry water. It's just fall in love with the process. You gotta practice daily. Every single day, practice daily. Do what's uncomfortable today so you won't know the pain of regret tomorrow. Meaning, for example, this video, I'm not really comfortable doing this, but I understand it's better to be uncomfortable than having the regret that if I want to help as many people as I want to help, I gotta start doing something now. I just have to. There's a small story in the book where the sensei tells the student, "Hey, one time he went to the store, and there was a witch that was selling all these different tools. Like, she was older, she needed money, and so a bunch of kids are going through all the tools." And this one kid finds this one tool, and she's like, "That's the only tool I will not sell. You can buy anything else." He's like, "Why won't you sell this tool?" It's like, "This is the most powerful tool. Any tool that I have here, it's more powerful than every single tool that I have other combined. More powerful than the tool of hope, the tool of love, the tool of hate, the tool of resentment, the tool of anguish, the tool of anxiety, the tool of depression, more powerful than all of them. And it's the tool of discouragement. If you allow yourself to be discouraged, which we're going to have those days, but you got to snap out of it. Snap out of it right away. That is the most powerful tool, because every single day, even people here in the comments below, they're going to say the nastiest things ever. They're going to find ways to discourage you towards what you really want to do in life. Because you know what? You who are doing that don't believe in yourself, and that's your problem, not mine. But it works for so many people. Like, how many times growing up did you probably say, I want to be a pro NBA player, pro NFL player, I want to be a ballerina dancer, I want to be an amazing artist. Like when we were kids, we had all these huge dreams, but then people kept telling us, you can't do this, you can't do that, and this and that, and da da da. And then you know what ended up happening? You believed it, so you stopped working towards your dreams. That's why the tool of discouragement is the most important thing. So do not get discouraged. You can do it. You can do it. My value comes from who I am, not from what I do. It means, remember, what you have in here can then share to everywhere else in the world. There's nothing as a test. Nothing. I mean, don't look at it as a test. That's why test sucks. I sucked at tests growing up. I always did. I hate multiple choice. It fucking sucked, man. Have a mission. Have a target. And write it down. In other words, if you shoot an arrow, you got no target. What you gonna hit? Nothing. You're gonna hit something, but is it like? Do you want to, accidentally hit the dog? No, I love dogs. You gotta have a target that you want to hit. So that kid have to go in and shoot. It's like, okay, look, I gotta shoot from 30 feet. Boom. All right, I can hit the target consistently at 30 feet. Boom, 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 boom. And it bullseye all the time. Now I gotta go to 100 feet. Boom, boom. Just to get to 100 feet took him like 3 years, 4 years, or whatever it was. Took him forever just for 100 feet or whatever it was. It's like it took a while, and for a hit, like I think it's 300 yards or something, it took him 10 whole years to be able to even build the strength, the finger strength, the acuity, the integrity, the precision, the accuracy, like understand wind speeds. All it took him 10 straight years to do that. So understand, process takes time. If you're a 7-year-old kid, understand, if you start playing basketball today, it's going to take you 10 years of work playing basketball at 10 years old, 4 or 5 hours a day, every single day for the next 10 years to get good. And then you still talk about, like, again, when he was not practicing shooting bows and arrows, chopping wood, carrying water. In other words, it means you have to watch film. You have to study plays. You gotta study other players. You gotta read their biographies or autobiographies. You gotta see what they did to make themselves better. You gotta see how they positioned themselves on the court or on the field. You have to see like how they thought. Who did they look up to? How did that coach teach them? How did they study the plays? You gotta be smarter than everybody else. You have to be. You have to be. And then, like, how do you diet? What are you eating? All these plays factors. Like, who are you playing against? Most likely, everyone that you're playing against, they're not going to go to the professional level. So you have to, like, put yourself in the mentality, like, okay, well, I want to play against LeBron James, for example. Or I want to play against Victor Wembanyama, whomever it is. You got to remember, these are the people you're going to be playing against. Probably not the people that surround you right now, honestly, because they're not going to put in the work. And look, until you surrender the outcome, you will always be the greatest enemy to your own success. Meaning, you got to understand that you don't have to worry about the result. You got to worry what you can do today, what you can do every single day of your life, every day. Like in the present moment. Today, I'm going to do this, this, and this. Okay, then tomorrow I'm going to do the same 3 things, maybe add a 4th. And then the next day I'm going to do the same 4 things for the next 3 weeks. And then maybe I'll add a 5th, or maybe I take this out. But you have a plan that's consistent, is disciplined, and it's going to lead you towards you want to go to. This is the practice of stoicism. Do not be emotionally reactive. Think things through, be disciplined, be consistent, and realize that everything takes time. And that's what you call a meditative state. That's why Marcus Aurelius wrote his journal, Meditations. With that, I hope you guys read this book. I give this book It's actually one of my favorites. I don't know if my top 10. It's definitely top 5 for the year. I give this like a I give it like a 4.8. Yeah, it's a good book. Yeah, I highly recommend reading it. I think it's only like $14 or something on Amazon. Can't really find the audiobook. It was free on YouTube. We have to buy like Audible, but I recommend just reading it. He makes it where you just visualize and you're able to paint the picture the entire time. So it's a great book. Hope you guys read it. For that, I can bid you guys adieu.